All right, we are live from Facebook and YouTube. So, pardon if my eyes are all over the place, is because I'm looking at everyone. So, I'm Patricia Misakian, founder of the Akashic Records Institute, and every Thursday, as always that is possible, we use the Oracle deck that I created, Sacred Crystal Codes, and we open the energies for the week. So, if this is your first time, the sacred crystal codes are 33 cards with each one has a different crystal grid, and each crystal grid that you work with brings a message, vibration, and a healing for you. Little Rocks Arkanza. Hi, La Morla. Welcome, welcome. All right. So what we're gonna do in a second, we're gonna tune in, and you're going to choose one card. I'm gonna share three cards with you. You're gonna tune into what your situation, what is happening in your life today, and we're gonna ask for a message for you. That good to see you too. So let me see if let me talk a little bit about the energy that we are opening up today. As you know, if you've been following me, I've been lately. I've been working with, being very, very fascinated by the law of time, and through the law of time, um, we follow the vibration from the 28 moon. The 13 moons that brings, and each moon comes in with a tone, right? And each moon has exactly 28 days, and out of the 28 days there is 4 weeks, and each week we work from a connection between that energy that the moon is bringing and what that week is going to bring. So it's different than when you look at new moon. It's not that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the tones, when the tones that you receive from the moon shift. So it's completely different than your regular moon calendar. But so today is the third week. So we start today a third week from this moon that we are on now, which is the harmonic moon. And this moon, it's bringing these 28 days that we only have 7 days to go. It's bringing the support for you, the energy for you to take charge of things, right? Be the creator of your reality. And of course, we all have access to that energy, and something that is very important. But this week, this whole month, you have an extra oomph to support you and really look at where you may consciously or unconsciously not being the creator of your reality, where you are ready now to take charge instead of judge yourself for what you didn't do in the past, but shifting to this is the time that I make a different choice. This is the time that that desire will really come through because I'm in total alignment with it. So there is a certainty in the energy and in the synchronicity that you start, you know, noticing your life when you start following this, the law of time, which is completely different from the Gregorian calendar. I'm not even going to go into that right now, but just going back to this week, this is the fourth week from this, the fourth heptal that we call. So the energy that brings, that supports you this week, this is a great week to express and ripen the fruit. So if you've been working on something, this is the time that you can receive this extra tone, this extra energy to support in, oh, my battery is gonna die, to support you in shifting that energy. If my battery dies, I'm on YouTube, okay, because I can't find the cable right now around me. It should be okay for a little bit more. So and the thematic that these next 7 days are gonna develop is the vision influences your desires. So the vision. So it's talking about, um, you know every area in your life where you're in the middle of things that you can't see clearly, where you don't have that bigger vision that a ego would have, right? So you have this power, that the ability to step back and take a different perspective, look at things from a different perspective, and be extremely aware of your reality, your actions, and surrender to this bigger vision. If the current situation is not where you want it to be, maybe there is something in there that needs your surrender, because while you are still resisting what is happening, it's still going to be in your reality because you're still bringing that energy in. So hello everyone that came in. So we have a beautiful group here now, and we're going to start. So having that in mind, we are going to support you in taking one card. So I want to invite you to close your eyes and bring your attention to your heart. And let's take a moment to express gratitude for the week that passed, for everything that you experienced in the past week. And also, if you saw my live yesterday, this time of the year, I started going back through the whole year and releasing resistance, expressing the gratitude of all the experiences, even the wakaduros that showed up in your life. That is a reason that your soul called that forth to you. So we're going to just emanate the acknowledgement that everything that showed up has a specific place in your timeline, in your process, and that is here to support you in your growth, regardless if you already know why or not, regardless if you're still resisting to it or not, still holding something in your heart regarding it. So I want you to think about this moment in the present, your life, this moment, exactly as it is, emanating compassion for yourself, for all the decisions that brought you to where you are. And also let's set the intention to release any attachments, any holding on to having a different experience that you have now. Just surrendering to the present. Tuning into this power, this unshakable knowing that you're in the perfect place, this moment, to where you're meant to go. So I'm going to be silent so you can think about either your question or a situation that you'd like some wisdom from the sacred crystal codes. Now I'm going to take 3 cards. And I'm going to have you look at the cards on the screen, and you're going to look at number 1, number 2, and number 3. I'm laughing because I sent an email with something that had the number 1 card on it today. So just tuning into the 3 sacred crystal codes grids, crystal grids. Let me make sure that it's showing okay in the YouTube. Yes. Okay, so yeah, take a moment, take a look at the 3 grids on the screen. Just tune into the grids and notice, even if you know, if you already have your deck, if you know what they are, just notice which grid is calling your attention today. I'm going to start with the number 1 and comment below which grid is calling your attention today. And welcome everyone that came in. Let me open my manual. So comment which one came to you, and I'm gonna ask again. Did anyone is here because you got an email letting you know that I would be live at 8 o'clock? I'm just curious. Curious if that is something that would support you to be here live. And welcome everyone. All right, thank you for sharing. So I'm gonna start with the first one. The first one, it's actually like it's actually what I shared today in the email too. Like, oh, you saw the email, Marcia. Cool, very cool. So this is the Sacred Crystal Codes inspired in the grid, the Antakanara grid, the sacred geometry of Ankatanara. The name of these sacred crystal codes is Higher Self. So here is the message from this card. Cool. Yeah, so the email invited Marcia. That's cool. Oh, we're gonna keep sending, trying to send on Thursday morning our emails, and then is that all our calendars of the classes, everything that's showing up that is happening. Make sure to be on the list so you get information. If you're curious about it, let me know and I will share more. So this message from this card, this oracle, comes into your life to invite you to initiate and strengthen your connection to your higher self. So either initiate or strengthen if you're already connected to your higher self. It also comes to bring deeper awareness of the power of your higher self in your life. If you already work with your higher self, this oracle comes to you with the message that it is time to take this relationship to a whole deeper level. Your higher self is your spiritual self, a bigger part of your soul that knows much more than your physical self knows. It has all the memories of the records of this life, past life, and your future. The, the way I like to say it is the probability of your future. And your higher self can be your best advisor and supporter in all situations. So this grid is inspiring the Antakarana symbol, which has its own consciousness. This grid bridges and connects your physical brain with your higher self. When you meditate with this grid, it begins to work immediately within your aura and as you're receiving the vibration here in the live too, and affects, starts opening up and clearing your upper chakras to bring you what you need. And we have amethyst, fluorite, and Lemurian crystals on this grid. So this grid talks about if you chose number one, if you're guided to this grid, it's reminding you that it's time to deepen your connection to your higher self. Your higher self is your future, it's your the part of your soul that has a deeper understanding of your physical self, right? And it's not like it's separated from you, but it's part of you. It's part of you that you usually don't tap into it as as much as you should and would like maybe. And one thing that you can take this week, especially if you chose this card, is at every situation, ask yourself, whatever situation comes up, what would the bigger part of me, how would the bigger part of me react to this situation, right? Especially if something comes across, someone is, interpreting something that you did in their own way or see things and came across a little abrupt for you, you know, it's not easy to receive that when people out of the blue just, make a weird interpretation of something that you did or whatever, right? And most people, what we're going to do, we're going to react to that, right? So then two people are going to, create this harmony that it doesn't have to happen, right? So in any situation, may that this card be a reminder that you can always, tune into how the bigger part of my soul wants to flow through this situation, how I want to respond to this situation, right? And then take the opportunity to clear that for you, to no longer, to be very aware of how you use it to react to situations, and that you have a different choice now. So let me know how the card number one relates for you, those of you that chose card number one. And if you are showing up right now, this is your card. It's the number two. This is the card number two. For those of you that were here from the beginning and chose this one, and if you pop in the live right now, this is your card. So this is the number 27. I love this card. This oracle invites you to return to your blueprint, the most basic program that you came to this life on earth with. It's time to unlearn and clean up the programs that no longer serve you to bring your soul back in alignment with your soul purpose. So, what does that mean? When we come here, right, your higher self just drop, because you have your Akashic records, right, with all your experiences, all the wisdom and lessons acquired lifetime through lifetime, right? And then when the time to come back to this earthly experience, this three-dimensional experience, that you make a choice, right, and you choose the experiences and the people that are going to be part, of your journey, regardless if a long part or a short part of your journey, and the lessons that you wanted to learn. You have a blueprint. You know exactly, you have this perfect map that you know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly the sufferings that your physical self will experience in order for awakening you something deeper, that it's what we are all learning, right? Or we are all achieving for. And then we come and we have a little tests, and we have, we start getting no's, and we start, getting this harmony in life, right? And we make decisions, we make agreements, unconscious agreements with ourselves or others, and we create all these blockages in our body, and we most of the time forget this blueprint that we brought forth with us. That and then when this card, if you be guided for this card, it is time to unlearn and clear and release these programs that no longer serve you, so you can get your soul back in alignment with your blueprint, right? Sometimes it's good, it's like that recourse, like a correction of course, right? So the crystals for this grid, the center of the grid, you have a pyrite, helping you to release negative and inhibit patterns of behavior. Then you have the opal and clear crystal stones to work together with the pyrite to allow creative energies of manifestation and help you to align to your soul's purpose. So if you chose number two, that's the card for you. Let me know how it relates for you. And here we are with the card number three. If you're just popping in right now, this is the card for you. Or if you chose card number three, this is also the card for you. And here's the message for this card. Awaken. This oracle reminds you that you are a personification of strength and divinity. The teacher shows up when the student is ready. So be open to signs and synchronicity in your life. Spend some time contemplating this grid and be open to, so that the intelligence of your body can decode and receive the messages from this grid. There are many layers of healing and transmissions encoded on this grid for your awakening. And in the sacred geometry that represents is the sacred geometry of the tree of life, representing your true potential. It forms the key to the universe's, or God's, however you relate, original creation, the only reality that enables the fulfillment of one's destiny and true potential. Now, about the crystals on this grid, there is a lot of, as you see, like rose quartz. The rose quartz, as the main crystals of the grid, is speaking directly to your heart chakra, dissolving emotional wounds, fears, and resentments, and circulating a divine loving energy throughout the entire aura. Reawakening the heart in its own innate love, it provides a deep sense of personal fulfillment and content, contentment, content. I don't know what is the word that I wrote over there. fulfillment and commitment, allowing you the capacity to truly give and receive love from others. I feel like fulfillment and contentment. Contentment. No, it is correct. It is the spelling is correct. My brain didn't read that. Allowing the capacity to truly give and receive love from others. This is the first step in your awakening process. Supporting crystals are hematite and lemurian. Hematite mirrors back what is not in alignment with you. And this is so important. The first step for awakening is to love yourself and love others from a deeper place, right? I believe no matter who you are, no matter what you do, there is always a deeper place to drop in, right? Um, if we would bring a little fly to follow you 24 hours a day, the question for you is, are you pure love at every single second? Not only towards others, but also towards yourself. And I truly believe that it's what truly awakening is. I'm not there yet. I'm the first one to say I'm not there yet, but it's like, but there is also, this is also inviting loving yourself, knowing that nobody's perfect, that true awakening, it is something that we are all striving for. So, as this card says, right, the capacity to truly give and receive love for yourself, for others, and especially the compassion towards yourself through knowing that we are all going through this journey. We're all learning here, right? So this is the message from the three cards. So like a little, let me look at the little comments. There's a few comments here. So thank you for commenting. Spot on for Charmin. Sue, perfect timing. I've been wanting to go back onto my soul purpose. Yes, Sue. Deborah, and so number three, Mona. I'm at the stage where there is so much releasing of the old actions, reactions, feelings, and contemplating around what and how to manifest. Beautiful, beautiful. Love that. So going back here, the first sacred crystal codes, which is the one that came in my email today, was talking about that, the higher self. So opening up, just this card emanates for you the vibration of clearing up your upper chakras and tuning in to a deeper connection to your higher self. The second one, talking about the blueprint, inviting you to release what is no longer serves you, to fully connect, align back with your blueprint. And the third card, awakening. And this deeper message, I wrote this in the manual, but I don't think I ever share this part of the crystals in the live, and that is almost like, it's interesting. Like I channeled this information, but these parts that came through, truly giving love and receiving love, there is something deeper about that, because how many people, you know, it's all about love and light, but you turn around and you are like bashing other people for their choices or whatever, right? So where is the love there, right? So ask yourself, if there will be a fly following me every single moment of my day, am I truly pure love towards, especially towards myself and towards others? And if the answer is no, just acknowledge that and know that we are not that enlightened, otherwise we wouldn't be here in the third dimension. So just, you know, um, it's something about, accepting and loving yourself for even the parts that you don't love, right? So this is the message for today. Thank you so much for being here. There is a few amazing things happening. So if you're not getting on my newsletter, we're going to start placing a calendar of events. That is so much happening. We start next week a new, following up the new moon that is coming up. I shared about that yesterday. We got the lizard moon that brings, it's a perfect time to help you to bring balance and start detaching for everything that happened on 2018, your losses, your gains, your interpretations, and all that stuff. We're going to clear that slate, remove baggage. So we're going to do a part of four akasha clearings, focus on money and clearing money blocks so we can move on, transition to 2019 like really aligned in the right vibration to bring more prosperity into your life. We're going to have Flow again. Flow is an amazing program. It's a 7 day experience where every single day you're going to have like 15 minutes pockets of time throughout the day. We're going to get together 4 times a day for 15 minutes. And the interesting thing is that when you think about, oh my gosh, I'm going to do a 7 day program that I'm going to have to get together on Zoom like 4 times a day, it's 15 minutes. And what happened for me, that was my most productive week of 2018 because I had it in my calendar and I show up live with you and we did the Akashic Records downloads, 15 minutes, we're done. Go do your thing, I'll go do my thing. So it was the most productive time that I ever experienced. And it's a deep connection for allow you to create a deeper alignment with trust and flow. That program came to me inspired by a book I read. The book is called Dollars Flow Through Me, and on the first day that I read the book, I got this phone call from this person who I was a fan since I was 9 years old. So in like my husband's, for example, he's the fan of Queen, that the band Queen. So that's my husband's, he's like Fred Mercury. He knew all about, he was the Fred Mercury fan. And I was like that with that person in Brazil. And the person gave me a phone call. Hey, can I schedule a session, a Akashic record session? That was amazing how, and that's the whole point of the book. You only, think about, project and worry and anxiety. That's the thing that, we all go through once in a while, especially regarding money, right? You do that for 15 minutes a day in the beginning of the day and you put a block, you no longer go there. And you go into these 15 minutes of pockets of energy where you're just present with all the abundance that is around you. And then, so what I bring in is the Akashic clearings that they don't do in the book, and also the downloads. So when we do these 15 minutes pockets of time, besides you're doing that, I'm also connecting the records of your body with the records of your soul and downloading the wisdom that is going to support you. So we download, like courage and clarity and focus. There's like 21 downloads that you receive. So it's amazing. Any questions? If you want to learn more, join the program. Let me know. It's a 7 day. And my intention is you're going to get the 28 recordings and you continue doing, right? It doesn't mean that stops in 7 days. You do these every single day of the year. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, anyways, and then next week we also have a webinar for the certification, the must-waited certification program, where I'm going to teach. I'm gonna, announce the certification program so that you can learn how to deliver group akasha clearings. This completely changed my life, and all my programs are based on the akasha clearings and it's this technique that I developed that I connect to the records of a group and the corresponding triggers in the body, right? The fears, the emotions, the beliefs, which is exactly what your ego uses to hold you back, to sabotage you from everything that you desire. So I am going to teach you in this certification how you can do that. And we're going to be opening the enrollment next week. So if you're interested in any of that, drop me a message. You can comment below. And I will see you when I see you. So, regardless, I'll see you next Thursday for our reading for the week every Thursday at 8 a.m. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna look at the comments now. Lazan from Philippines. How cool. Oh, Sue, the name of the book is Dollars Flow Through Me from Richard Dotts. Amazing book. And you read in one day. And and the thing is, the book is going to tell you, you need to get like 15 minutes, like these three pockets of 15 minutes a day. The problem is most people don't do it. So join me in this experience so that I'm going to make sure you do it, or I'm going to show up for you, and I know you're going to show up for me when we meet live. Or of course, if you can not meet live in the times that I'm showing up live, you're going to have the members area of all the replays, like every day of the week is going to be there. So, anyways, guys, any questions? Hi, Adriana. Good to see you. Francis. And let me see if I have any questions or comments here in the YouTube too. It's raining here. It feels so good. It's like it's really falling down. All right. Patty cake. What happens when all of them ring through to you? Great question. So, yes, so all the three cards that came for you through Sacred Crystal Codes, they all holds the energy of the week, right? It doesn't mean that you doomed if you don't choose the one. They're always going to bring the energy, but I always ask you to choose one because that particular one has it has an extra oomph of message for you. So that's that. And thank you for being here. Looking forward to see you in a week when we do. But we're probably gonna do a Facebook. I'm looking at my calendar and see when I'm gonna kind of create also regular time that I can come here in the YouTube and in the Facebook group and bring a theme. Like yesterday, I did a Facebook Live talking about deeper the roots, bigger the fruits. So check it out yesterday, Facebook Live. It was very good. I was talking a little more about the four Akasha clearings that starts next Thursday. Um, so I will see you. I'm probably gonna make it on Tuesday. You're welcome. Good to see you guys. So have an amazing day. Now I'm gonna go on and do the reading in Portuguese. And for those of you that are in the Akasha Clearing, I will see you guys in the membership. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.